do some more examples too later on. All right. There's somebody whose genotype we know absolutely for sure without even knowing who her parents are, who his or her parents are, who they're related to or anything. What's one genotype up there that you know for absolutely sure? Yeah. Pardon? Oh, somebody raised their hand in the back. Go ahead. I didn't see them. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Who is little d, little d? Helen has got to be little d, little d. All right? So number one thing you know, Helen must be little d, little d. Why is that? Because that's the only way you can be diseased. All right, so she's got to be little d, little d. All right. Number two, given that Helen is little d, what do we know about her parents? Yeah, in the black shirt. Yeah. So both of their parents are big. Both of her parents are big D, little d. I was actually for the very first stop. We know for sure that both of her parents are. Actually, that's all right. So both. I can put it all up because you can do it in two pieces. Both parents must be big D, little d. Why do you know that they're big D? Why do you know they have a big D? Because they're normal. Because they're not diseased. How do you know that they've got a little d? Because they had to give it to their daughter. Right. Okay. So you know that these guys are big, little, all right? And then 3, Tom. What do we know about Tom's genotype? Yeah. Nicely put. She said he's either heterozygous or homozygous dominant, right? So that's exactly right. He's either is big D, or big D, little d. We sometimes write that big D blank. Because that blank says, I don't know what it is. It could be either, but it doesn't actually matter because he's unaffected. That's how we know he's got a big D. Questions about that analysis before we do some more stuff? Okay. All right. What I want to do now is think a little bit about features of autosomal recessive, that is AR diseases. Okay? They are, as one of your colleagues suggested, they are usually rare. Why is that? Because the little d alleles, the disease alleles are rare, and you have to find a person that has two of them. Basically, you have to have two parents that happen to carry it, happen to have kids together. And so that their autosomal recessive diseases tend to be relatively rare in the human population. All right. It has carriers. That is, for example, Fred and Karen. All right. They have a little d, but aren't diseased. Okay. What I want to do now is have you guys talk to your neighbors about the next one. So I'm going to make a sentence. We'll do like a genetics Mad Lib. So I'll leave a blank, and you have to figure out the word that goes in the blank. And I'll call on people for that. Oh, knock it off, Windows. All right. So unaffected parents, blank, affected children. All right? So the idea is what goes in there? Always, never, sometimes, can, can't. There's going to be a phrase. If unaffected parents never have affected children, affected parents always have affected children, etc., etc. So talk to your neighbor. What word or words goes in that blank? And then I'll pick a name.